Come on, you lead the way. Show us.
Okay.
Show us. Let's get into the time machine and go back to your childhood.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm going up these stairs. This is crazy. Yeah, this is... Wow.
Are you having to take a moment? Oh.
Wow. Sorry.
You're going to make me cry. I told you I would. You don't know if you can do it. Is it because is it because obviously your mum's no longer with us and that's what it is, isn't it? Oh.
All right. Get yourself together. No, it's just, it's everything happened here, It's like anything that was important was, the first 20 years of your life. It's like, it's all here, anything that shapes you, anything that, family stuff, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it,
Yeah.
It's not just, it's always not just a bed of roses, so there's a lot of, wow.
Shall we go in?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, maybe. No.
Yeah.
Well, ladies first always.
I can hold your hand if you want. Come in.
Yeah. Wow. This is just incredible.
What was it like growing up with, that many people and in the house and it's
it was mayhem, but in a really amazing way, being a dad myself and seeing the difference of like maybe a couple of kids and the dynamic, it's just like there was just and the age gap, I'm the youngest, I think my oldest brother in some fashion could have been my dad, a young, you know what I mean, like that's how much there's a gap there, but it's it just shows me that I thought this was the norm. You grow up thinking, what is the norm?
Of course.
And it's just always just shit going on. Like, when I look at it now, like when I look at it back, what I was going through and what I was, if I can remember what I was feeling as a kid, it was heaven in the sense that you were never alone, really, in a good way.
Yeah.
And everything that we did with family, whether it was eating together, whether it was a party, whether it was Christmas, whether it was jams, like I didn't realize how lucky I was in the sense that the music, like the thing that's probably missing the most, for obvious reasons, is there was instruments everywhere. Everywhere. Like when we walk into that living room, which will be emotional for me, there was like a Fender Rhodes there, and then there was like sometimes a drum kit in the corner, and then there was guitars everywhere, so that seemed like normal furniture. So there was always somebody playing the porch out there, somebody sitting outside, somebody in the downstairs porch, somebody was playing music somewhere. Yeah. And it wasn't like it was coordinated until we got together to do it, but the norm was most people probably played video games and stuff like that in families. We were just all different places of the house listening to music. So, when we go upstairs where, my mom's bedroom was right there in the back there, but when you go upstairs, there's only, there's 3 bedrooms where all of us share those 3 bedrooms. I have 4 in my room. But it was normal. It was a bed there, bed, whatever. But what was really amazing, the university of music that was going on here was because of the age gap, you would have never been, exposed to, I don't know, Van Halen 1 coming out of one brother's bedroom and walking in here and Joe Cocker in another one, and then hearing the Bee Gees down here, then hearing, Beatles elsewhere or next door. Like, there was like an array of generational wealth of music happening that was just, that I learned from and I sponged and was always like, wait, no, I'd wait for my brothers and sisters to leave to go into their record collection and start putting on stuff and Zepp 4 and Van Halen 1 and all that stuff and just being like, wow, what is this? Like, and then that's how it all started. That's why this is so important, because this was my university. This is where I learned everything. Every note that I ever played, every chord change I ever did was learned in this house, period.
I mean, it's amazing to be here with you and to see the size of it and think of everyone that was in here, and like you say, just the instruments and the noise and people playing music. It's kind of like, it's no wonder you do what you do. Mm. It's like, it was a given. You wouldn't have done anything else.
No. It's like, it's the thing that it was what you did. It's what got you through whatever you got through, and it was like oxygen for us. Music in this house was like air. It wasn't like a house that sometimes people listen to music. It was non-stop. Wow, same everything. This is identical. Extreme, look at this.
What does that say? Oh, extreme
rules. That's how rebellious we were. We just put R-U-L-Z.
Only they still kept this. So this is where the whole band. So
Still
Gary
kept it. They haven't moved. There's not one thing that's changed here. Not one. That's wow. This is just too much. So amazing. You know, you were saying, how does it feel? I think it's knowing that if I was still down here, if I was still here and I was still playing music and Extreme didn't have success and we lived in the same house, I think I'd be okay.
Someone once said to me that if you have a guitar, you'll never be lonely, because it will be the one thing that you always have with you that will
keeps you company.
Yeah.
Always. And it's that friend that you have that doesn't talk back to you, and always there for you. Like you feel like shit, you pick up a guitar. You're happy, you pick up a guitar. You know, it's you'll never you feel like you are. I'm telling you, it's an empowerment of, you know, it's a partner. It's like a partner that you have that will always be there with you unconditionally, really, at the end of the day. Unless you smash it on stage, which I've done a couple times, and it wasn't very happy with me. So.
This is steep, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to go in either of these attics because I lost my, I came home from tour once and my pet boa snake had escaped and it went into the attic, and I don't know if they ever found it.
Oh my God. So, it's here somewhere.
But this is my spot. So we used to have, my bed was here in the corner right there. And then we had another bed there in the corner. We had another bed there in the corner, another one here going. So there's four of us. And then eventually it became just me.
So.
It's like 3,000 memories coming back, staring at that ceiling. Honestly, this bedroom here is where everything happened, like guitar-wise. It's where I became a guitar player, started playing guitar, and I was here. You know, it's so funny. Imagine post-porno graffiti, I was still here. And I remember writing Midnight Express right on the edge of that bed over there. And I had like a record player over there in the corner and also cassette and stuff, and where I was learning everything. And I would just sit here for days, hours. Like I just remember my mom at the bottom of the stairs screaming at me to come down and eat. I'm like, yeah, I'll be right down. And then another 6 hours would go by. I was here for like nonstop. I wouldn't sleep. All I did was play. I wasn't going out to parties or high school parties. I was shy. I didn't know anybody. I had the same two friends since we were like in junior high. The same 2 or 3 people that we hung out with, and they were musicians. We, you know, and the most thing that I'd leave this house for was to play sports. That's it. We'd play street hockey a lot. A place up in a church parking lot up the street, and we'd play football in this Cherry Street Park that we'd go down. But it was either go off for sports or come and play guitar. That was it. Back and forth.
See, that blows my mind when I think, like, you know, like you say, you didn't leave the room. You were playing in your bedroom the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you get a hit record, a hit song, and you are everywhere. You're surrounded by people. You're having to be sociable.
Yeah.
Like, it's the complete opposite of what you were. How do you cope with that?
That's why I'm still in therapy. No, I mean, look, it's very different.
You know what?
It was very different, but it was, in a weird way, it was a natural progression because even though I was alone, I was always surrounded by people.
True.
Always. And I was doing gigs. It was just, it seemed like in the normal world, I couldn't be social. In school, you know, when I had a job, you know, like, if I was in my world, with music, it was like it was like a different species of people, and you could relate. And by the way, let's get something straight. I don't care if you're shy, lonely, whatever it is you do, the second you strap on a guitar, you're invincible.
I kind of feel like that maybe if we're here, that maybe you could show me how to do more than words on the guitar.
Oh my Lord.
As it was created here, it feels like the natural thing. And it's quite nerve-wracking for me because, so I went to college and I studied music, and I was the only girl on the course, all boys, all played guitar, and I always wanted to play guitar. And one of the guys on the thing was like, I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do more than words. So this was probably when I was about 19.
Yeah.
And he started to show me how to do it. And he was like, I can't show you. You have no rhythm. You're useless. You just like it's done. You're terrible.
Wow.
And that was it. And
so inspiring.
That was the start and the end of my guitar journey.
Right.
Although it's restarted,
And here you are.
and here I am
You are in
again.
my bedroom.